Hey amigos, I was just thinking. You know me, I have a tendency to run through simulations. Like, for example, I was looking at a power outage simulation about maybe a month or two ago, where I was like, setting up my solar panels and all that. Now, let's have a sudden cold, at least a mental simulation of what would happen if we got a really nasty surprise. Okay, the nasty surprise is right here, as I'm standing right here. A sudden, intense, brilliant light illuminates both of my windows and my window and my deck here. My deck rolling slide doors, anyway. So it's like, whoa, what's that bright light, right? Now, if that happened, of course, I would know, because it's a bright sunny day, that it's not thunder or lightning. So then I would immediately say, oh ho, we have a nuclear event. Now, or like a meteor, but we'll just assume it's nuclear. Now, if that happened, of course, the moment that light went off, then all the lights in the place would go out, and as my eyes were like recovering from the purple spots, the only illumination in the condo would be from the windows, right? So then, immediately I would know that it's a nuclear event, right? Now, most people at that point would be going like this. They would be saying, oh my goodness, what do I do? Oh my goodness, what do I do, right? But those people would be caught with their pants down when the blast wave hit. And if that's the case, especially if they were like going, wow, I wonder what that was, then walk to the windows to look out, right? That's when the blast hits and it smashes the windows in and causes like a lot of damage if they're close, like 4 or 5 miles. But I'm kind of lucky. I'm like maybe 20 miles north of one city and about 18 miles south of the other, and the wind sort of blows east, so chances are I wouldn't get nailed with a lot of fallout. But let's go one thing at a time. Now, the light is gone, and now my eyes are nothing but purple spots here. And the moment that happens, I think, okay, we've got a blast wave coming. Now, this is probably what would happen if it happened like yesterday, when I was like totally not even thinking about it. The first thing I would do is I would think, where do I go? If I have a blast wave coming within like seconds, where do I go? The first thing to do is to find a room without windows. I would have then, of course, stumble, depending on how much sight I had. I would stumble to either of the bathrooms. Probably the spare bathroom here would be closer. Slam the thing. Now, not thinking about it, this glass door might cause a problem if we have like a major catastrophe shockwave hitting. It's conceivable it could break, but man, if that thing was shattered, the whole building's probably coming down. I would probably duck and cover right there and plug my ears, close my eyes for what good it would do, and then the shockwave would hit. Boom! And then, after that happened, if my ears were ringing or not, I would get up, open the door, assuming that the door is able to be open, because it's possible the shock might like knock the frame askew or hurt. And if that happens, this building is thrashed, and the best thing to do is to try to get out of here. Now, but if it's intact, if the building's kind of intact, because I am 20 miles basically from either city that would get nuked, so then chances are, there's quite a possibility that I wouldn't even have any broken windows on the outside. Let's actually hope for that. Let's say that it happens, and we'll work with that. Okay. First thing I would do would probably jump into my utility closet, grab some electrical tape, or yeah, this stuff, duct tape. Probably tape up the drain there, close the drain, then throw some tape over the hole after I wiped it off, fill the bathtub. Then probably head in here while that thing's filling, and I would probably grab my spare 5-gallon container. Now I refill all of these Coke bottles, and I've got more in the cupboards over there, but I would probably not take time to refill those because I refilled them back in December anyway. So then I would rush into the kitchen as people were outside yelling and screaming. I would pop this thing open, fill this container. Then, of course, I would be in a sort of a basic panic, so I would only be about half as efficient as I am right now while I'm going through this. Now, you know, since my home is like 20 miles away and there's hills between the cities, either way, you know, and electromagnetic pulse is a line of sight effect, so it's quite conceivable that the only electronics I would lose would be electronics that are actually plugged into the wall. And if that's the case, my battery backup power supply and the inverter that's on board would still be functioning. And if I got a little bit of dust from the ceiling or something like that later in a day or two, I could actually pull my Kirby out and vacuum it up. Nobody ever thinks of vacuuming nuclear fallout up with a vacuum cleaner, but I vacuumed this whole condo without any problems at all, without significant or serious voltage drop on the batteries with this Kirby. That battery backup power thing is pretty robust. Okay, then after I filled the water jug, what would I do then? What would I do then? I would probably... Oh, what am I doing? What is this? Sorry about that. Okay. I would probably grab the plastic. I've got some under here that I was using, or I was about to use to work on my garden, but I chose actually not to use it. So I have 6 feet times 50 feet. That's easily enough to cover all of the windows in my condo, and I think I have enough. I might not have enough tape, so let's put tape on my shopping list for nuclear war. Okay, then I would tape the plastic over the windows, and I wouldn't tape this yet. I might throw some plastic up here and just tape off this whole like vestibule area. Tape off my windows, and while I'm doing this, everybody's running around in panic, and basically, and when that happens, you know, if there's a nuclear event, the first thing you do is you probably shit yourself. So it's kind of handy to have enough toilet paper to take care of that problem. Okay, now if the EMP wiped out some of the appliances in the condo, chances are it wouldn't wipe out these. I keep this is my sort of spare bedroom utility room. Anyway, I keep like these little Midland radios, and I also have a shortwave and an inverter, an old-fashioned EMP-resistant analog multimeter, so I can work on cars and stuff. But anyway, all of that electronics would be vastly more resistant to an EMP. I mean, it's not a true Faraday cage because it's not grounded to an independent ground, but none of the things inside are any of the metal components are not contacting the body of the of the filing cabinet, so chances are they would be much more likely to survive. Okay,